watching the Unnamed show the other day, and I heard him talking about Mr. Beast. And I don't like Mr. Beast. I'm not a big Mr. Beast guy. But so when I hear Dave, who's of course a hometown hero of mine, because he fights for the juice. For the juice. Dave is always fighting for the juice. And I love the juice. Orange juice, to be exact. So Dave, I caught Dave in the middle of a little bit of a rant about Mr. Beast, and I really liked it. I enjoyed it, so I wanted to share it, not only with you, but with the lovely listeners at home. So, Dave, take it away.
The best athletes of all time, on average, are very, very weird people. You almost have to be that great at something. Dave, you look like
MJ. If you look at MJ,
he was tapped.
No,
he's not doing shit like this though. I
say he's kept his mystique.
Yeah. I mean, he golfs 36 holes and then goes fishing, I think, every single day.
He's like a lousy.
You want to know what's crazy? They're talking about how nowadays Tom Brady is doing way too much shit.
Okay.
So one of the points that they're making is they go, Tom Brady, when he was playing in the NFL, part of his thing was he didn't do a lot of big commercials and stuff. That was part of his mystique. That's why they keep hitting on this point, the mystique.
Okay.
Right? And this guy goes, Michael Jordan had the mystique. He didn't. Now he's just bro. Michael Jordan did a Hanes commercial with a fucking Hitler mustache. Do you remember that?
I don't.
You don't remember that, dude?
No.
This guy did a whole ass Hanes commercial with a Hitler mustache, like this.
I don't remember him having a Hitler mustache.
Oh my! This guy rocked it for years. Michael Jordan. You trying to tell me this is under the radar?
Well,
of course, nobody's gonna say anything to Michael Jordan because he's black and he's Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
If this guy missed 2 more threes in his life, people would not have been cool with it. You get what I mean? But he did a whole ass Hanes commercial. It was like him on a plane, and the pilot's like, "Sir, what would you like for the in-flight meal?" He goes, "I'll have the Hanes." Something like that. I don't know exactly. I don't remember the commercial, but they go, "Sir, you can't eat the underwear." He has his Hitler mustache. He goes, "Get it for me anyway." Or okay. Michael Jordan. The mustache is what real isn't this a funny way to depict a Hitler mustache?
Yes.
That's so fucking funny. Michael Jordan had a Hitler mustache, so they're sitting there going, "Oh, Michael Jordan's got the mystique." It's there's nothing mystique about Michael fucking Jordan. The guy did a whole fucking series called The Last Dance a couple years ago. It was a 10-part series. All about his life, him breaking down his whole entire career in the NFL. Where's the mystique in that? Now I know all the inside stories. There's no mystique left in this guy.
Executive and owner or whatever, but you don't see him running around chasing weird commercials. And he's not on with Mr. Beast. He's not doing fucking his own. There's something, Tiger the same way. He'll do, but there's a difference there.
Mr. Beast.
And now they're bringing Tiger Woods into the mix.
Yeah, but Mr. Beast isn't an athlete.
No, but what they're saying is Tom. See, I understand the point that they're trying to make. It's kind of true about Tom Brady. So now that Tom Brady's retired and shit, bro. A month ago, I watched an episode of fucking Impulsive, and Tom Brady was the fucking guest. Right now, that sounds a bit normal. Right? You go, oh, it's Impulsive. It's Logan Paul. Logan's a WWE star. Well, maybe Tom Brady is somewhat, in the universe of sports entertainment. That doesn't sound like a weird guest, right? What's weird about it is when the whole time Tom Brady's on there, he's sitting there promoting his YouTube channel. This is Tom fucking Brady. Why do you promoting your fucking YouTube channel on Logan Paul's podcast?
Yeah.
Right? So now they're sitting there going, well, now Tom Brady seems like everybody else. Which kind of is true, if you're sitting there doing these YouTube-y ass vlogs and you're fucking trying to collaborate with Mr. Beast is what they're getting at. They're he's trying to do shit with influencers now. It's kind of weird, and that's what they're saying. The mystique part, I love how they're using every athlete that's got the highest profile to go. They got a mystique about him. They bring a Michael Jordan, Hitler mustache, fucking Hanes out the ass, right? On top of that, let's not mention this guy has the highest grossing Nike shoe line ever created, right?
Yeah.
So now there's not a lot of mystique in that. And then they bring out Tiger Woods, whose laundry has been aired out 1,000,001 fucking times after how many bitches that guy's fucked in his past life. You know, so it's like they keep bringing up these guys that like, yeah, there might be a mystique, as in like, you don't know what they eat for breakfast every day, but we know what they're up to. Trust me, we got it. We got it. So like they're using very bad examples out the rip, you know. But this whole point that they're making about Tom Brady kind of sticks. You know, it's like if you're starting to try to collaborate with like influencers like Mr. Beast, might be a little washed up. I don't know. This might just be me.
Makes sense. He's still trying to stay relevant.
You cannot go from the greatest quarterback of all time to sitting next to Mr. Beast going, I got a backpack with $10 million. It's like, all right, you lost right there. You lost. You're done.
Tiger the same way. Like, he'll do, but like, there's a difference there.
Mr. Beast is one weird dude.
Was that a real punch?
I love that.
With that punch. Was that all?
I love that. Mr. Beast is one weird dude. He goes, I bought my company back for $1. This guy, Mr. Beast, coming in here all weird, bro. And the face that Dave makes every fucking time. Look at this guy. Have you ever seen a Jewier guy in your entire life? This is Rabbi Portnoy over here. This is Rabbi Portnoy over here. Goes, Mr. Beast is one weird dude. Dave has the smallest mouth in Nantucket. And look at this fucking guy. I mean, come on, bro. That's so funny to me. Mr. Beast is one weird dude.
Tiger the same way. Like, he'll do, but like, there's a difference there.
Mr. Beast is one weird dude.
Was that a real punch?
Weird.
Who hit him with that punch? Was that all
Tyson?
It looked like he kind of drilled him in the gut.
But even
now, look, they go Mike Tyson hitting Mr. Beast, right? Listen to this point. This is pretty funny.
His face, Mr. Beast, and I don't like the guy.
Not a good-looking guy. Anybody looks like him is not.
Dave, you've always said what did you say about Nate? You'd be ripping on he doesn't have the.
What he's somebody
on camera. It's not.
Yes, he's made so much money being behind the scenes and rigging the algorithm of YouTube, and these videos are. And then I don't know, last year and a half, 2 years, he made a shift. I want to be famous. Like he was already wildly successful and rich beyond, but he's like, I want my face out there.
Mr. Beast, I want my face out there.
Okay.
I agree with every single goddamn thing he's saying. Mr. Beast is like the nerdiest kid that you see in the Walmart, like anywhere you go. This is not an exaggeration. I have seen, I don't know, 1,001 people that look like Mr. Beast. He's very generic, and you lose that guy in a crowd faster than fuck. It's like, talk about needle in a haystack.
You'll find him with his teeth glowing.
Yeah, you'll find him when you go, does anyone have a briefcase with $10 million in it? He goes, I do over here. Starts causing a fucking scene. He goes, we're gonna build 10 wells in Africa with it. That's the thing. Here's my thing about Mr. Beast. On top of the point that they're trying to make, which is basically they go, Mr. Beast, you're a YouTuber. Can we keep it at that? That's basically what they're saying here. They go, Mr. Beast, let's keep it at YouTube. Now you're trying to do all these things with celebrities. You're trying to do stuff with Mike Tyson. It's like, come on, Mr. Beast. You're not that guy. You're not that guy. Okay? That's the point that they're making. And I agree with that. Like, I'll show you what they're talking about with the Mike Tyson shit. I'll show you what they're talking about. Because I have the link. I have it right here. Look, so let's see what he's promoting right now. Because what could be the promotion that Mike Tyson's got a glove on, right? Pretty obvious he's about to punch something. So what kind of promotion are we doing that Mike Tyson has to punch something in the frame? He has to punch something in the frame. Now, if it's me, I'm going for the guy with the glasses every fucking time, right? I'm knocking those things into the next fucking video. But who's he going to hit?
I'm going to take a punch for Mike Tyson. Whenever you're ready. Oh.
Okay, now this is what we're talking about. What's the point of this video? This is what they're talking about. They go, what's the point? Now, Ryan Whitney, he goes, what's the guy giving him a punch for? Who's the guy that punched? Imagine being that shot out. You scrolling through social media, you see Mike Tyson punching Mr. Beast, and you have to go, wait, who is that guy giving him the punch? It's only the most famous boxer to ever live in. I don't know. It beats me. Just another black guy. That's what Dave should have said. Dave should have been like, I don't know, man. It's just some dude, another black guy. We don't hang out with them much. They all look the same to us, don't they? He goes, it's so fucked up. How do you not know who Mike Tyson is? And then look at this face. This is why. This is why you don't know. This guy's lost. Every time I watch anything with the Unnamed show, Ryan Whitney's sitting over there in the corner just going. Just spacing out. Spacing the fuck out. They talk about something. They go, someone in there goes, oh, we had a guest on last week. The guy was sexually molested by 3 different family members as he was growing up. Dave goes, Ryan, you got anything to say about that? He goes, who beat the Chiefs? Like, he said something like that.
Random.
It's like, what are you even talking about, dude? Are you even in the same conversation right now?
And he's not a face that should be out there. But
he goes, Mr. Beast is trying to be out there. He's not a face that should be out there. I love that.
YouTube and these videos are, and then I don't know, last year and a half, 2 years, he made a shift. I want to be famous. He was already wildly successful and rich beyond, but he's like, I want my face out there. And he's not a face that should be out there. But everyone's doing everything with him because he's so good at the internet and going, but he's like, I don't know. I watch his videos and I get the heebie-jeebies.
Not for me, but he doesn't strike me as a compelling personality.
Does your son watch all that stuff, Kirk?
He doesn't strike this guy. This is Kirk Moynihan. Okay. This is the one all the way to the right. This is Mr. Moynihan. He goes, he doesn't strike me as like a really, interesting personality. Did he not see the face that kid made after Mike Tyson slugged him one? Kid looked like he was about to fucking die. He was like you seen he was like fucking about to lose his shit. That's pretty interesting to me. Go ahead. I saw you.
Well, I just want to know, why did Mike Tyson have to hit him so hard? Did he really hit him?
You got to give it to him. If I had the opportunity to punch Mr. Beast, I would lie. I would say, hold on, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get my boxing gloves, right? I would take whatever vehicle I could find. I would drive it through the fucking room and try to hit him with the car. I'd be like, you said I could do it, so we're going all out. I would try to fuck him up as best as I possibly could. You gotta. I mean, you're going to be 60-year-old Mike Tyson and you're not going to try to give it your all. Everybody on the internet calling you a bitch because you hit Mr. Beast like a fucking sissy, bro. You can't have that. And then Mr. Beast looks like, again, the biggest nerd in the Walmart. It's like you got to fucking punch the fuck out of him.
Harry's not into Mr. Beast, no. He's actually down on Mr. Beast, yeah. It's like it's popular now for kids that age not to like Mr. Beast. It's done that thing now, but he probably has 700 billion friggin' subscribers, so it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah. Oh, he beat the internet. He beat the internet.
Yeah. Jesus. What else is?
That's it. I mean, let's give it up for Dave.
He beat the internet.
Mr. Beast beat the internet.
Yeah, I know.
I think Dave just beat Mr. Beast. That I gotta go. Anytime anyone hates on Mr. Beast, I go, that's a good guy in my opinion. And then next week, Dave will do something that pisses everyone the fuck off, and then we'll be talking about that one too. So, don't sweat it too much, everybody. So hey, we're talking about boxing, Mr. Beast getting punched by Mike Tyson, and people talking shit about other people on the internet, which I love, if you didn't know. So I see I eat off of that. I feed off of that, dude. I'm like a vampire. I see one person talking shit about another person on a podcast, and I'm like, they're involved in the people I watch. I go, I start getting all crazy, all horny and shit. I go, this is good. I like this. It's, why I like it so much is because these guys, like, the name of the game is to kiss ass, right? In these situations, you never know who you might work with in whatever capacity, right? So you never want to say anything bad about somebody else in the camera. It's like, what the fuck is that? Let's air it out. Why don't we air it out more in this situation? I could understand if you were like a camera guy or a lighting guy, right? Those guys, you don't want to be talking on air airing out the shit because nobody's going to ever hire you in those situations, right? If you're a comedian, a boxer, a pro wrestler, who gives a fuck? Why? Because you might run into them in the locker room one day. Or if you're a comedian, you might see them in the green room when you happen to do a set. Who gives a fuck, bro? You never said something bad to someone in their face, in front of their face before? Like, not you. I'm saying these fucking guys. It's like that kind of stuff throws me off. So when I see, the clip we just saw, Dave Portnoy going, I don't like Mr. Beast. I go, yes. And then I see this clip right here. This is Dana White giving shit talk to Logan Paul about his own brother, his own younger brother, Jake, right? Now, for you don't know. Jake and Dana White have never liked each other. Dana owns the UFC, runs the UFC. Jake is doing this whole, like, I'm a big boxer, I'm the biggest boxer in the world type shit. During Jake's whole come up in that boxing stuff, he would always talk shit to Dana White about how Dana doesn't pay his fighters enough and stuff, how the UFC doesn't take care of their fighters enough.
Okay.
So Dana and Jake have never liked each other. Anyone who says something like that, about your business, you're going to not like them, right? It's kind of like a natural thing. Logan being the clout goblin that he is, right? He has to go, he wants to say, oh, Dana, why don't you like my brother? What's going on? Even though Logan and Dana are good friends. They're fine. But so why you try, like, for the content?
Yeah.
You cannot, Logan, Jake Paul had a documentary on Netflix, a Netflix original doc about his boxing career coming up. Anytime they interviewed Logan, all he talked about was how much he's a better fighter than Jake is, how he would knock Jake out, like how Jake's doing stupid shit in his career. It's like, bro, this is your own brother. You have him on your documentary about boxing, and he's talking about how he's a better fighter. It's like, dude, this guy cannot let anything go. It all has to be a monetizable moment. And I told you about the delivery room with his wife and the primes and shit like that.
Yes.
Oh my God, this guy, it's like, can anything be sacred in your life?
Did they have the podcast at his wedding?
At his wedding. It's like, come on, these are all prime examples about how this guy will just do anything for clout. If his wife is hanging off a cliff, if there's a camera around, she'd be lucky to be saved. He'd be like, this is going to make for the most viral clip. He puts the thumbnail on YouTube and the title of the video, My Wife Dies. You know what I mean? That's it. That's the title. Clickbait. We got him. It's like, come on, dude.
While we're doing it, there's another bridge I'd like to maybe connect. Mm-hmm. Dude, is the burnt bridge with my brother unfixable?
I don't hate your brother.
He made a diss track on you though.
You know what's funny about your brother? So your brother talks more shit.
That's like winding up like this. You go, you know what's funny about your brother? Do you know what I mean? Like that's exactly what that's like. You go, yeah, you know what's funny about your brother? Wind back like that. Look at this. I didn't notice this until now. I've watched this episode 100 times. This was the only good time code I got out of it. I've watched this episode 1,000,000 times. I never noticed this until now. Look at Logan. Logan gave himself a little scratch on the face in the middle of this interview, eh?
Mm-hmm.
One of them little pimple guys, he scratched the fuck out of that goddamn thing. Watch it. It's like actually the spot is actually growing. It's like bleeding.
Oh,
like as he's talking. Watch.
Is the burnt bridge with my brother like to maybe connect?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, is the burnt bridge with my brother?
See how it's getting bigger?
I don't hate your brother.
He made a diss track on you though.
You know what's funny about your brother? So your brother talks more shit than anybody else on the planet. Now him and the Warlock are running around trying to fucking sue people.
Hey, yo, what did this guy just say, bro? Jake Paul pulling a fucking page out of Ethan Klein's playbook. He goes, if you can't beat him, sue him. That's how we do it around here.
Okay. Who's a Warlock?
Some other fight. These guys, every fucking boxer, MMA fighter has a fucking nickname like Chainsaw, the Warlock, the fucking Whiplash. You know what I mean? A girl fighter, her name is Cyborg.
Okay.
It's like, come on, guys. We got to do better than these one word fucking, like, whatever happened to, like, the Salami Swami or something. Like, throw some good shit in there. If I was, like, the baddest MMA fighter, like, out there, I would have the most ridiculous name. My fighting name would be Salty Smurf. Like something like that. You know? They'd be like, he's small, but he's feisty. You know what I mean? He's salty. He's a bitch. He's a cockney bitch, that guy. Like, that's the type of shit that I'm talking about. I wouldn't want to have, like, Warlock.
Yeah.
What is that? You casting spells in the fucking octagon over there, Mr. Warlock? So Dana's bringing up an awesome point here. He goes, your brother can sure dish the shit out. He can't take that shit very well, can he? And this is just the start of it. Look at Logan. Trying to cover up that scratch zit that he has on his face. That bitch is bleeding. He's leaking. They say that in the hood. That motherfucker leaking, bro.
Anybody else on the planet. Now him and the Warlock are running.
You know, I hate... I'm making all these jokes, and I got my old head sitting on the thing right here. This is such a bad look. I mean nothing by this. I have a black cousin.
Running around trying to fucking sue people. They're trying to fucking sue people when people talk shit.
Well,
and the Nelk Boys brought this up to me, and you know, I'm sure there's people out there saying, you know, that they're fake fights, they're fixed, and all this other fucking bullshit. But I think what people mean when they talk about it is, you know, he's gonna fight fucking Gervonta Davis. It's like when
who do you got?
You guys need to fight guys your fucking same.
Denied. I love Mike. Who do you got, man? Dana's like, will you shut the fuck up, bro? The adults are talking right now, sir. Sir. He goes, what, the condescending? He goes, Chief. Adults are talking, Chief. I like that. Dana's making another good point about Jake. He's saying, look, man. All right, let me give you the context. Because do you understand what they're saying right now about all of this, what he's even talking about? With Jake and suing and this and that. So just say no. You can say no.
Okay, no.
So basically, Jake, like, because of the nature of these fights, you know, he's fighting 60-year-old Mike Tyson. He's fighting this guy who's not a boxer, that guy who's not this guy's like an F1 driver. Jake is fighting him.
He's just fighting whoever will fight him.
Exactly. And then every single one of these fights that Jake is doing, he goes, these are all sanctioned matches. These are official. These are on my boxing record. It's like, bro, come on. So people are talking shit saying that the fights are fixed.
Yeah.
Now Dana's explaining, he's like, yeah, it's not that people are saying they're fixed as in like you have a predetermined outcome. He's saying they're fixed as in this guy never gets in the ring with anyone who he should be fighting. Every single time this guy is mentioning a fight, it's someone who's twice his age. Someone who's a lot smaller. The guy that he just mentioned, Gervonta Davis or whatever. He's like, that guy is like not even in the same weight class as Jake. You know?
Yeah.
So this is why when Mike says something fucking idiotic, like, who do you got, man? Who you betting on? He goes, are you fucking retarded? That'd be like throwing a dog into a cage with a lion and going, who are you betting on? You go, come on, bro. Like, be realistic here.
And the Nelk Boys brought this up to me, and, you know, I'm sure there's people out there saying, you know, that they're fake fights, they're fixed, and all this other fucking bullshit. But I think what people mean when they talk about it is, you know, he's gonna fight fucking Gervonta Davis. It's like when
who do you got?
You guys need to fight guys your fucking same size.
Seeing it again, who do you got? And he just blows past them. I love that.
It's like when
who do you got?
You guys need to fight guys your fucking same size. You know what I mean? When you fought Floyd, you are massive. You're a massive fucking dude. Floyd's tiny. And I'm sure when you were training, you're like, all right, I'm going to hit this guy with a couple punches and grab him, tie him up. And he did hit you with a fucking bomb of an overhand right one time. And you fucking ate it. You ate that punch. And Gervonta, I think, hits way harder than fucking Floyd. But he's too small. I mean, your brother's going to be able to, you know, get inside on him, put his weight on him, tie him up. But I don't hate your brother. Your brother's out there doing his...
I love that. He goes, your brother's doing all this shiesty shit in the ring. He's fighting all these people. It's practically rigged. He goes, so basically your brother's a piece of shit. Almost a cheater.
Yeah.
I don't hate the guy, though. He goes, he's a good dude. You know, I love that. What were you going to say? It seemed like you had something good.
No, just that. I mean, what's the fun in that when you know... I guess you just know you're going to win, but...
It is essentially like that, you know? It's like playing any type of anything with someone that's extremely outside your skill set, you know? like in a lower capacity. You're always, it's like, you're going to win.
That's not fun.
It's not, but for Logan Paul or for Jake Paul, it equals money. It ain't got to be fun if there's dollar signs to be made. You know what I mean? Like, this is the kind of shit that I like. This is the stuff that we applaud guys like Dana White for. Look, Logan over here, flabbergasted. He goes, "What do you mean, man?"
He's sort of in trouble for the same thing, too.
Well, what he's bringing up, because Logan fought Floyd Mayweather, who was like, Floyd is a huge name in boxing. I don't know if you know that.
I do know that name.
So, Floyd, I don't even know if Floyd has like a loss on his record. I don't know. I'm not crazy into boxing. But that was what Dana was bringing up. He's like, you did that exhibition match with Floyd. He's like, dude, you're like twice that guy's size. Now, Floyd was piecing him the fuck up because Floyd's an awesome boxer, but he's got a point there. He's like, you guys can like use your weight to your advantage. You can use your size to your advantage in these situations. I'm surprised Dana didn't, probably because it's such low-hanging fruit, I'm surprised that Dana didn't bring up the Tyson fight. He goes, look, man, your fucking brother was running circles around this geezer in the goddamn ring. You remember that one guy? He's like, I don't know if I like Mike Tyson's legs. Like he said that like 8 times in the goddamn.
Was it Cedric the Entertainer?
It was someone.
I think it was.
Might as well have been Cedric the Entertainer. I have no idea. They all look the same. No, I'm just fucking with you. But that's the guy. That was the funniest. That was the best part about that whole fight. The guy nonstop. Every other fucking time an announcer would bring up anything, the guy would go, I don't know if I like his legs though. They'd be like, yo, the one girl announcer, she's like, Mike is looking all right, for his age. He's still dodging the punches. He's throwing some nice hooks. Guy in the background. But his legs, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, come on, bro, just let it go with the fucking legs. This is the 9th time you brought it up. If I was one of the announcers, I would have said something like that. I'd have been like, can you chill on the goddamn leg talk, bro? Like, we get it. We get it. So I just wanted, now that we got Dana's little thing out of the way, we can start moving on to some fun stuff, You said you don't know Mark Norman. Guys! That's how they start every episode of Flagrant. Normally, it's not an engine, though. Normally, it's Andrew Scholes. Okay. You know Andrew Scholes. You might not know his work that well, but you know of him. Andrew Scholes is out filming Street Fighter. Andrew got cast in a role for the movie Street Fighter. They're doing a live action Street Fighter. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know.
Let me say Street Fighter one more time. So they're doing that. Now Akash Singh is the fucking new host of Flagrant. And boy, oh boy, when I tell you how much this asshole wishes he was Andrew, it's insanity. Like, he's sitting there saying shit like, I want to have this guy on the show, but I don't know if we could reach out to him. It's like, whoa, what you... Hold on. You want to have people on the show now? You want to be the one to make these calls now? Akash? This guy, Akash, dude, look at him. Tell me, you would leave that guy in charge of your shit? You would do that? I wouldn't trust that guy. Hell no. You let this guy house sit for a week, your whole shit smells like curry. He's fucking making street food in your goddamn kitchen. Cutting shit up with his finger. He's like slicing mangoes with his fingernails and toenails and shit. This guy. You ever notice how anytime you watch street vendor videos with Indians in them on like social media, they have to stick their hand in every fucking ingredient. In every goddamn it. It's insanity, the shit. That's like, and it all looks like soup. Every single thing they make is like soup. So the second that hand goes in there, you got it in every bite. Every single fucking bite you take has got hand in it. That's insanity to me. So look, they're getting ready to... This is Mark Norman. I think that this might be the first time I've seen Mark Norman on Flagrant. Normally, Mark is doing Rogan. Now, Mark is annoying as shit, and so is Akash. So the time codes that are going to come out of this... We might, you got to bear with me a little bit.
In light of the assassination of last week, we had to bring on one of the world's foremost political experts, voices on all tragic events. Mark Norman's in the building, guys. Give it up for him.
What's up, baby?
Good to be back. I
Okay.
can feel the warmth of Buttigieg. This is nice.
That might have been Foley.
Dude, you're leaving America to go to Europe at the perfect time. This shit is all falling apart, and
Yes.
you have a European tour.
I'm bringing free speech to Europe and debate me. Prove me wrong. That's open now, right? I can use that.
Look, you mentioned that earlier. That's a
Yeah.
ballsy move, right?
Right.
You start out with a Charlie Kirk joke in the beginning. You go, yeah. Charlie Kirk, Swiss cheese, comedy, you know? The guy's got more holes in him than a fucking slice of Swiss. Whoa, comedy. Whoa, you know? That's a Mark every time, dude. The worst part about Mark is like some of his jokes when he does this are funny. The problem is the amount.
Okay.
You know, how much. It's too much. He doesn't turn it off every time. Like you say something about it's
kind of like they do in Family Guy. They'll just keep going.
Yeah, it's like anytime somebody says something, Peter's like, I remember the time that I did that, and then it cuts to a cutaway, and it's like some joke that's like completely unrelated to the episode. Like someone would be like, yo, man, my carburetor broke down. And fucking Mark will be in the background and be like, I carbed her raider. Like, you know, something stupid. And you're like, that's not even like, what? You know what I mean? It's like, stop with the puns, please. Will you fucking calm down? And then he starts this out with a Charlie Kirk joke. If I was there, I would have shot him in his neck. I was like, how does it feel? You know, Mark kind of sounds like, who sings that song? How does it feel to be known?
I don't know this song.
Is that Billy Joel? You don't know that song? How does it feel? That was like the whole chorus. To be on your own.
I don't know
like
it
a
as of
rolling
right now.
stone. You never heard that song?
Maybe I have, but I'm just not ringing a bell to me
I
right
think
now.
it's like Billy Joel.
No, I can't wait. Yeah, I got to get out of here. It's too hot.
Yeah. So wait, where are you going? You're doing the Saudi shows. You're
Saudi.
doing Athens.
Yep.
Oslo.
Saudi. You know, he's making this joke about Charlie Kirk, and then this traitor is about to go do a comedy festival in Saudi Arabia. A lot of these famous comedians are going to do that comedy festival too. Tim Dillon's going to be in it. Mark Norman, a couple other big guys. You want to know who the only person that's not doing it, that's a big name like that? Shane Gillis. Shane Gillis. Let's give it up. Shane Gillis, the only fucking true patriot, the only Charlie Kirk fan in the comedy world that goes, nah, bro. I don't want that dirty ass Saudi money. That fucking royalty ass money. All these guys will sell out. Shane's on his podcast talking about not only did he deny it, they doubled the bag. He still said no. That's a fucking patriot right there. He goes, I don't do comedy festivals for brown people like that. Shane Gillis said that, not me. Now Mark has shown how big of a sellout he is. Mark goes, I'll be there. Hey, $500,000 and they're flying me out for a weekend for free. It's like, come on, comedy, you know?
Yeah.
Mark Norman, bitch, you know? Now this I thought was a good time code. They talk about Jim Norton's wife's huge dick. I thought this was great. No need to segue into this one. This time code is plenty good on its own. So we're just going to go boop and crash right into it.
Yeah,
literally.
How about that?
That was the moment, dude.
We should call Norton. He's the only guy I know who's married to a trans woman.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they're married, dude. How long have they been married? They've been married a while, right?
2-3 years, yeah.
God bless, dude.
Yeah.
Huge hog on this trans.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, really?
And is he like law?
Everything.
Wow.
He does everything, this Jim Norton. His wife is a trans. I bet you weren't expecting to hear that on a show like this. We support that kind of shit. His wife, hey, look, let's look her up, you know? Because I showed you Jim before, but I didn't show you him with his wife, did I?
You did not.
Look, that's her. Not a bad pull for a guy like Jim, right?
Right.
You see this fucking crazy. Jim looks like a bug without a shell. You know what I mean? Like as if he looks like something that like crawls around the ocean floor and it's molting right now. You know? He's like caught in the middle. Like a Zoidberg.
Yeah.
You know? He looks like Zoidberg without the red shell. Jim Norton. I'm trying to zoom out, and I just fucking got the screen all wonky. Now, apparently this chick has a banger hog on her. And these guys are just cool with talking about how Jim is sucking it and fucking it and tucking it. And, you know, he goes, yeah, baby, put it in between your legs. I'm going to suck it from the back. Like, Jim's doing all that, right? With this sweet little woman. Her name is Nikki. Now, there's not really much to this time code. It's not, I don't want to sit here and just go, oh, isn't it weird that a trans girl, like, you know, that's not the point of this. The point that I'm trying to make out of this is, isn't it fucking ironic how none of these guys will sit there and talk bad about each other, right? But they sit there and go, well, this guy's wife has a huge dick. It's like, you're kind of making the joke right there. It's like almost like a third party joke. You know what I mean? It's like you're making it on the sly, in my opinion. Like, now, Mark will talk about how big Jim Norton's wife's dick is, right? If Akash were to sit there and turn around to Mark right now and go, but what do you think about Norton's comedy? Do you think it sucks? He'd go, no, it's the greatest comedy I've ever heard. As a matter of fact, I don't even know anyone who's better than Jim Norton. And then he goes, well, what do you think about Andrew Schultz's comedy? He goes, it's the greatest comedy I've ever heard. As a matter of fact, I don't think there's anybody who's as good as Andrew Schultz right now. You know, it's like one of those type of situations. But you're real quick to talk about how big this guy's wife's dick is, huh?
He's a fan.
Yeah. Oh, shit. I thought you guys were joking this whole time. This is for real.
That's her.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
That's a pretty lady.
She's
Now the brother is tripping out.
Yeah.
Look at the brother over there. He goes, nah, she got a dick for real, dog? You know? He's over here looking like an alien his goddamn self. He looks like a turtle with glasses on, kind of. If you took a turtle and put a dreadlock wig on it and some glasses, he kind of looks like that turtle from the movie Over the Hedge.
Oh, I hadn't seen that.
You hadn't seen that? Look it up. This
Okay.
turtle looks a lot like this guy.
what do you call it? Nordic.
Oh, yeah.
I like that.
Emphasis on the dick.
Emphasis on the dick, he says, right? Who the fuck invited this guy to the conversation? That's the question I got. Remember last week we talked about this? Producers need to shut the fuck up.
Oh, that's who just spoke and showed up in the corner.
Look at how many screens this guy has on his goddamn shit. You think this guy was invited to the conversation? No. This is the guy that's doing all the buttons and the switches, man. This is Jamie. Might as well be Jamie. This guy goes emphasis on the dick. Now let's see. Was the joke worth it? Was what you're about to input into the conversation that worth it that you had to interrupt with that bullshit? It better be.
Oh, yeah.
I like that.
Emphasis on the dick.
And that was it. That's where he stopped. You notice how he wanted to like say something. He's like, guys, I got a point. He bitched out right there. You fucking say some stupid shit like that to this poor woman over here. I hope that if he ever meets that girl, I hope she whips her dick out and smacks him in his goddamn face and goes, emphasis on the dick, right? She gives him a little right across his goddamn mouth. And then here's the thing. These guys are so quick, right, to talk some shit about another man's wife and how big her dick is. Isn't that crazy to say that in the same sentence? What world do we live in? They go, yo, that guy's wife's dick is huge. And that's an actual statement. That's an actual real statement that people are living by nowadays. Is that not nuts? Listen to where this segues. Because this is going somewhere good. Trust me.
Wow. She's cool as hell, and they are madly in love.
Remember when we talked to Daisy Taylor and her boyfriend?
Yeah.
And the boyfriend was like, yeah, dude, I've done gay stuff, and I've been with a trans woman. It's different. That's his words. He goes, this is a lady's dick.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We're like, all right, I'm listening.
Yeah.
You know that dude with the long hair? His name is Mark. You want to know his last name?
Yeah. What's his last name?
Gagnon. Mark Gagnon talking about gagging on dicks right now with these fucking He goes, yeah, man, this guy was doing gay stuff. He was gagging on real stuff. You know what I mean? He's like all time.
He had a time in school growing up with that last
Mark
name.
Gagnon?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The kids fucked this guy up. And you want to know the craziest part is he's one of those like Bible thumping, like he grew up in a Christian household and blah, blah, blah. So you know those boys at Bible camp were really listening to this fucking guy.
Oh, yeah.
Because the Bible kids are the worst ones. Like, they were probably stripping him naked and putting oil all over him. Like, look at how gay you are, you know? And they're the ones doing all the gay shit to him. They're sitting there fucking his ass cheeks. Not his ass, just the cheeks. And they're going, this guy's a fucking queer. You know what I mean? They're fucking his ass cheeks. Oiling him up like a goddamn pig. You're probably right. He probably got the works back in the day. And he's one of them. He goes, I live by the Lord. He goes, the Lord put me through that trial and tribulation so that I would come out the other side a better man, a straighter man. You know, I have no gay tendencies now off of that. None at all. You know, none of that shit was hammered into my mind in my adolescent years. And now I'm, you know, just barely getting by with coping with all that. None of that happened to me.
Right.
I'm just Mark Gagnon. You know what I mean? I'm just hanging out.
Wow.
Yeah, dude.
As you know, I've been blown by a man.
What the fuck? Whoa, dude. That was not. Hold up. Now, go ahead. Please do.
He just says it like everybody was supposed to already know.
Just so nonchalantly, Mark goes, yeah, well, you know, I was actually blown by a guy. Next subject, please.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
It's like, bro, we ain't just walking past that one. And you know what's funny is he tries to do that. He legitimate, like, I stopped it at the perfect moment. Right after the last syllable came out, I was quick. I hit that, right? These guys, they have that same reaction. You just how you just said, whoa, he's just going to try to blow past that one. They do the same thing. They go, hold up. They go, wait a minute. Especially this guy. You know, black people are not down with that gay shit. And he lives by it. This is I'm not even kidding. This guy is like his media name is like Al Podcasts or some shit like that. He has like this weird last name that he goes by. My name is Al Camera Studio. You're like, wait, what? That whole thing is your name? He goes, that's what I go by. My last name is Bukala. That we don't say that though. You know, it's like some weird shit like that. And the craziest part, this guy's half Puerto Rican. But the brother side of him, you know, he likes to switch.
Okay.
A lot of mixed people like to do that. They go, I'm black when I want to be. And then I'm the other shit when I don't want to be. Like, you know what I mean? They like to do that. They go, I'm white when it comes to job interviews. And I'm black when it comes to keeping it real. You know what I mean? It's so funny. I like when people do that, though. I do like when people do that. Because why not use it to your advantage? If you got it, flaunt it, as in my opinion. So they don't like this. That Mark goes, well, you know, I was blown by a guy. And then, so my comedy show is coming up next week. And they go, wait, hold on.
Dude, I've done gay stuff. And I've been with a trans woman.
I started that at the right time. Mark Gagnon, imagine that. Clip it out of context. I clip Mark Gagnon like that. He goes, I've done gay stuff and I've done not gay stuff. My last name is Gagnon.
It's different. That's his words. He goes, this is a lady's dick.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
We're like, all right, I'm listening.
Yeah. Wow.
I like how you can see it in Mark's face. Like, I know I'm chopping it up real bad, but pay attention to Mark. You can see him, like, in his mind going over whether he should say this or not. Like, pay attention.
Well, he chooses to.
Exactly. But you can see him, like, kind of going through the gears are turning. He goes, well, should I say it? It would make for good comedy, you know? It'd make for good content. You know, sometimes these guys, they think like that. It's like, bro, not everything has to be good content. You're Mark Norman. You don't think people are going to watch? You don't say no gay shit like that? You think people are going to stop watching? I think this is going to make people want to stop watching.
Interesting. Yeah.
Look at him.
All right, I'm listening.
Yeah.
He's like, right now, he's in his mind. He's looking up at the fucking ceiling. He goes, should I or should I not say the gayest thing I've ever said on camera? I don't know. It's comedy. Who knows?
Wow.
Yeah, dude.
As you know, I've been blown by a man.
Oh, that's right.
We talked about it the last time.
Yeah, I do remember this. I remember that.
Oh, they've already talked about it.
That's where that came from. Because I remember you brought up that point. You're like, why did he say it like as if they should know that already? I guess he told that in the last. I didn't watch the last time Mark was on.
Okay.
You know, so fuck me in the ass, Freddie Mercury. Yeah, I had no idea.
Well, I didn't know it was a man. I was fooled.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He was a magician.
Yeah. It was David Blaine. No. So got a lady of the night and got the beach, and then boobs were rock hard, wig was falling off,
dick was rock hard.
Yeah. And put a condom on. Still finished in like 8 seconds.
Nice.
Knew the equipment.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
that should have been telling.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
That should have been telling. Isn't that crazy? Imagine being that suspicious of gay people. That like one girl gives you like an out of this world blowjob, and you in your head you go, she has to be a guy. You go, there's no way, no girl has ever given it to me like that. This is the guy. He goes, that should have been telling. This guy's over here. One girl gives him a rock solid blowy, and he goes, she has to be a dude.
a man.
Has to be a dude. There's no other explanation. I mean, she couldn't have done it that many times where she's that good at it, right? He goes, what girl is that good? He starts getting, people do that with their chins when they start getting suspicious.
Yeah.
He goes, nah, what girl's that good? You tell me, bro. You tell me what girl is that good. That she made me do it in 8 seconds. This guy's suspicious of the whole goddamn world. He had one bad. This guy has done some gay shit. Because you can't be that suspicious unless it's happened to you before. Right? Think about it. When they say ignorance is bliss, right? Like, the people that like are the ones that leave their doors unlocked and stuff like that at night, those are the people who have not lived through the experience of a break-in. Right? They go, well, this could never happen to me. I can't even envision it in my mind.
Right.
It's easier for someone who it's happened to before to picture it happening again. So that's where the suspicion grows. It's the same thing with like a significant other who's a cheater. The cheater is always the most suspicious one.
Oh yeah.
Because they know they know how easy it is to happen. They go, well, I'm getting away with it, and I'm an idiot. They go, so how if I could get away with it? They could definitely get away. It's the same thing. He's that suspicious because I feel like something happened to this guy. He might have been touched. He might have been touched by an angel.
That should have been telling.
That should have been telling.
Yeah, dude, I didn't even think about that.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe they are the best at, like, at least head.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely.
Definitely. Mark had a whole epiphany right there. He goes, well, now that I'm thinking about it.
That was the best.
It was. Yeah, it really was that good. Let's give it up for Mark. Coming out. It's about to be 2026, baby. Like, if we can't come out now, when can we come out? In my opinion. That's good shit right there. And they're just out in everybody, bro. You remember I like this because I get something out of it. I get to talk shit about it. But imagine if these people were your friends, bro. Mark is sitting there going, Jim's wife's got a huge dick. I'm getting, as a matter of fact, she's a guy. She blew me once back in the day before she got a transition. I saw her at the gas station with her beard. I said, whoa, this would make for a great story later. This is like the type of shit they're doing. Now, I told you, remember, I was like, yo, Akash, he wants to be Andrew Schultz so goddamn bad, right? Imagine wanting to be Andrew so bad, you start out in his fucking sexual fetishes on the goddamn podcast in front of everybody.
I get that, but I mean, you're worried that it's like you're promoting a show and it's like, oh man, they see my fucking.
No, but they don't see just what you post. They see everything you scroll on.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
Dog. How's it?
I'm just saying.
Every foot I like, China just knows about every foot that I like.
Yeah.
I don't want China to know about every foot that I like.
Then they're gonna just break their feet and mold them to the feet you like. They can give you more of it.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, you gotta trust them, dude.
Yeah, we got a text from Schultz in Australia. He got a foot fetish. I do too.
Hey, yo, what? What's up with these guys being so nonchalant about that shit? You know how nervous I would be to tell someone that kind of stuff? You know how, like, when you watch, like, movies or TV shows, the person's going, like, they're twiddling their thumbs because they don't want to say it to you? Or you watch some stupid-ass anime and the fucking people are touching their fingers together because they're like, well, I don't know. Like, I don't want to tell you, I would be like that. You couldn't waterboard this kind of information out of me. These guys are so not sure. He goes, oh, Andrew has a foot fetish. So do I. Next subject. It's like, where are these guys? Where are your boundaries, bro? In my opinion. Would you talk like this on this show?
What?
Yeah. Would you just like get on here and go, I like to go ass to ass with other girls? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Next subject. It's like, whoa. Hold on. You know? And the fact that Andrew Mark Norman goes, as you guys know, I got blown by a guy. You know, I said it on the other show. And then these guys are cool with it. They go, yeah, you did say it. I go, whoa. You could have said it on every single podcast appearance you've ever been on. It would still shock me just as much every single fucking time. So don't sit here and act like we're just supposed to blow past this one.
I think that's kind of what it is. They talk about it so much they can just blow past.
Are we
it.
that desensitized as a society? They go, yeah, we're just sucking and fucking and the feet and the.
I think maybe so. Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? These guys' dicks must look crazy with athlete's foot. These guys' dicks are so riddled with fucking this shit. It's insane. I have the worst feet ever. My feet look like concrete. I couldn't imagine someone else's shit being all over my junk like that. You know? One man's trash is another man's treasure, though, they say.
Yeah.
That's how I look at a foot fetish. I look at a foot fetish like that's trash I'm throwing away. I don't even want to look at that no more. And then I think of people with foot fetishes as grimy little cretins coming out the alleyways, digging through my trash to see what's good. They see the foot fetish. They go, I like that. Mm-hmm. I go, you like that? I spit on shit like that. You know? I wouldn't even wipe my ass with stuff like that. You're eating that for breakfast. That's how I look at that. You know? It's insanity to me. And look at him. So satisfied with this. He goes, yeah, I got a foot fetish. He looks like he just busted the fattest nut he's ever fucking busted. Like he's ready to take a nap. Eyes all wonky. One of them's all lazy and shit. It looks like God just shifted him a little bit. You know? Insanity.
From Schultz in Australia. He got a foot fetish. I do too.
Yeah,
but he just said, someone take my phone from me. What the hell is happening? And it was just a video of a girl crushing an egg with her feet.
Whoa.
And I was crying laughing because I could see myself falling down that exact same rabbit hole. I'm just like, I scrolled off the video as soon as I could because I was like, I'm going to get into this shit.
Wow.
I can't.
I'm going to get into this shit, he says. This is Akash Singh, new owner and host of Flagrant. This is going to be, dude, next time you go to turn on Flagrant, there's going to be fucking Indian belly dancers coming out to start the fucking show and shit. Now, look, here's the funniest part. You think that I'm making that joke like as like a race because he's Indian, right? Wrong. I'm making that joke because the last special that this asshole did, the last comedy special that this asshole did, he came out onto the stage. The whole stage is full of fucking Indian belly dancers doing that. What fucking comedy special, anything that you know, starts out with fucking shit like that? What the fuck? I was flabbergasted. I saw this guy. The fucking belly dancers
are dancing too,
losing their minds, dude. This guy comes out. He's like, yeah, trying to play off, getting into it and shit. Bro, that's like insanity. That's like if you went to a NASCAR event, right? And they go, before we start the race, we're going to do a couple of Cirque du Soleil acts. So you're like, we did not come for this shit. I'm going to tell you that right now. We did not come for this shit, brother. You fucking doing Indian belly dancers right before the fucking comedy show. Now, what happens at a comedy show? You ever been to one? An actual comedy show?
Yeah.
Couple openers, right? So now you're trying to tell me 2 comedians came on and then you threw your fucking belly dancers out there and then you came on? That's the fucking lineup that we got going here. Okay. I'm just out of curiosity. Is that how it went down?
Yeah, it's gotta be.
I fucking hope not. That shit had me. So that's where I make the joke. It's not because he's Indian. It's because he actually did the shit. You know what I mean? Imagine next time you go on Flagrant, it's going to be all those belly dancers, right? And now we know they have foot fetishes too. So the belly dancers are fucking squashing grapes to make wine the whole time. These guys are sipping the wine like heathens, dude. Is this not great? We're getting it right from the source. It's like where they're squishing the wine, it has a tap that comes out. They're getting it right. They don't even wait for it to turn into wine. They just drink the squished ass grapes. They go, "Is this?" They're swishing it around the cup like this. They're going like, "Is this not a good one?" They're smelling it as if it's like fucking been aged or something. It's all fucking women's nasty feet in the fucking wine. They're going, that pairs nicely with a fucking, you know what I mean, with the steak. That pairs nicely. Jesus Christ.
I scrolled off the video as soon as I could because I was like, I'm a.
And this is it.
Wow.
This is what's turning them on.
Yeah, look at this. This is like a Chinese abortion. Oh my God. This guy, you feet guys have it made.
No, that's not even an ideal foot to me, but I can see
What am I even watching here? What is this? Tell me. Please, someone tell me. I can't, dude. This girl has bigger feet than Uma Thurman. And trust me, Uma Thurman's got some fucking dogs on her, bro. You ever notice?
No, I don't know that I've seen Uma Thurman's feet.
Watch Kill Bill. Anytime, every Kill Bill she's in, there's like crazy close-ups on her feet. And you know what the funny thing is? You know Quentin Tarantino has a big foot fetish too.
Okay.
Right? Now, you ever seen the movie From Dusk Till Dawn?
Mm-mm.
Conveniently, there happens to be a part where a guy has to suck on Selma Hayek's feet for a pretty nice little erotic scene. And Quentin Tarantino just ever so conveniently casts himself for that part. You know, it's no big deal. You know, no big deal. You know, it's not a big deal at all. Imagine walking into the call sheet. You're fucking, it's Selma Hayek, right?
Right.
That's who I said, right?
Yes.
You're Selma Hayek. You walk in on the call sheet. You go, wait, Quentin's playing that part? It was like a script. Imagine it was casted with someone else the whole time. Quentin goes, the guy had to drop out. We have no one else. We have no one else, Selma. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to fill in. He's fucking rock solid the whole goddamn time. He has to yell cut with a fucking Selma Hayek's foot in his mouth. You're going, cut! You know, like, Jesus Christ. This is the most disgusting shit to me. Imagine airing your best friend's laundry like that. Akash Singh wants to be Andrew Schultz so goddamn bad. To me, that reads like you're trying to poison the well a little bit. You know? You're trying to maybe poison the well by outing this guy as a foot fucking freak. And then you're going to take over his show. I would like that, though. I would dig that. To see Akash Singh slowly take over Flagrant and just turn it into like this Indian fucking, like, this crazy Indian show where they're just making street food.
How long is he doing it right now?
I couldn't tell you because, like, like I said, Andrew's filming like something for Street Fighter. And, like, I mean, movies, depending on how production goes, like, they shoot you out, though, is what they call it. Like, they'll shoot out your character. And then, so it's not like you have to be there the whole production of the movie. Once your character is shot out, you're good. So, I don't know how prevalent Andrew Schultz's character is in the movie. It could be, he could have, like, a side character where he's just gone for, like, a couple weeks, or he could be, like, one of the mains. And then, if you're in there practically almost every frame, you're hit. You know what I mean? You're going to be there the whole production. So, I think we can end this episode on a little bit of Rogan, though. A little bit of Rogie.
2 steps ahead.
Hey, yo. I'm not even going to lie to you. I have no idea how that fucking clip got there like that. I swear to God, we're going to watch it just because I don't even know where the fuck this clip just came from. You watched me copy that Rogan clip over when I was just messing around over there. Where did this come? I didn't watch this morning.
2 steps ahead. I am always 2 steps ahead. This has been the greatest social...
Okay, I can't do Nikakavo out of Cavo like that, bro. Let's go to what I was actually trying to watch. We're going to watch Joe Rogan versus Jordan Jensen.
Woman being like...
Shut the fuck up, Jordan. You know, it ain't even time for you to talk yet. That's the worst, right? Ain't that the worst? When you're trying to say something and some girl just starts fucking blah, blah, blah. No, I'm just joking. You're a girl, right?
Yeah.
I didn't mean you. You're just one of the fellas.
Okay.
You're just hanging out. Me, you, Goose. Is that Goose or is that Sid?
It's Goose.
Fucking stupid ass bitch. And Goose pisses me the fuck off, man. She's always fucking up my shit. That's why I got my old head over here to start watching my shit. He's like a scarecrow. If Goose gets a little too close, she sees that. She goes, I don't know what the fuck that is. I'm out of here. I wish. So let's check out Jordan Jensen. This is Jordan Jensen. You familiar with Mrs. Jensen?
No.
Miss Jensen's a comedian. She's also one half of the podcast Being Ian with Jordan. Can you guess which half she is?
Maybe Jordan?
She's the with Jordan part. Yeah, that's right. Very nice. So this is Jordan Jensen's first time on Rogan. Now, as with these things, you know, first timers, especially upcoming comedians like Jordan, they start slobbing that Rogan knob, right? You would think so. Jordan, not so much. I actually like this about Jordan. She doesn't keep it like completely real with Rogan. She kind of sucks the D a little bit, but not as much as other people. And that I kind of respect. You already know how much I love it when Joe gets anything outside of the ordinary. So let's check it out.
Joe Rogan Podcast, check it out.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Train by day, Joe Rogan Podcast by night, all day.
Jordan.
Hello.
What's up?
Oh, good. I got my legal pad here.
Yeah, in case you need to write notes.
I'm going to take notes on what you're doing right and wrong, and I'll give them to you at the end.
Tell me.
Okay, I
So I
will.
can figure out what the wrong stuff is
I
and
will.
stop doing it.
I like that. Now, isn't this interesting that if I heard that correctly, it sounds like Joe's the one providing the pads. Didn't it seem like last time when we watched Charlie Sheen that like he was the one that had, like it seemed like he brought his own pads so that he wasn't forgetting shit. Now, am I wrong that like legitimately,
Yeah.
the way that sounded, it's because it sounded like he was like, oh, you got the pad that I gave you? Like it's
Jordan.
Hello.
What's up?
Oh, good. I got my legal pad here.
Oh, no, she brings it up. She goes, oh, good, I got my legal pad here. Now, you wouldn't say that if you were the one that brought it, right?
Right.
Saying, oh, good, I got this, that sounds like you're surprised. You're like, oh, good, this is here. I did not know this was going to be here. So it's good that it's here now, right?
Correct, yeah.
So is Joe providing the pads? Come to find out he's condoning this behavior. Everybody goes in there because you see a pad like that on the table. You immediately go, I don't got to remember nothing. I'll just write it down on the pad. Anytime I've seen a pad on any table ever, I just forget everything immediately.
In case you need to write notes.
I'm going to take notes on what you're doing right and wrong, and I'll give them to you at the end.
Tell me.
Okay,
So
I
I
will.
can figure out what the wrong stuff is
I
and
will.
stop doing it.
I want to fuck with all this stuff.
I
right
know,
now.
there's so much
It's
shit.
Now, see, that's a joke, but I wish that she held to that. Imagine someone giving Joe a report card at the end of the 3 hours. They go, you could be a little less bald, okay? They give him they leave it on the table. They go, make sure when I come back that's fixed, all right? I would love that, dude. They go, A-. You were a little too bald.
Crazy.
And people keep giving me new shit.
I know. I brought a little tiny figurine of a little thing on stage one time, and every single meet and greet, people give me these little tiny animals. So now I have this giant collection of them, and I'm like, I don't like these that much.
That's the problem is like everybody knows that I keep a bunch of shit on this desk, so people give me shit to put on this desk, and now it's getting kind of crazy, like
Yeah.
where I'm gonna have to have a shelf.
I had to get a shelf. I got one of those old typewriter keyboard things.
Look, I have like mammoth teeth. This is a piece of art. It was
somebody gave me one
cut
of
out of a
these.
woolly mammoth tooth. Oh, that's a don't blow it.
I
We'll all
won't.
die.
I got one of these. A Mayan
Brian
death
Callen blew it.
whistle.
Yeah, Brian Aztec death whistle.
Now, look, right? The Aztec death whistle. This is a nice little segue right here, right? And I'll tell you for what. This is going to be the perfect segue for, you guessed it, COVID. Yes. Now, remember last time we were talking about Rogan, what was the one thing you said? You were like, how come every time I see this guy, he's just talking about COVID?
Yeah.
It's like you would think that every time you turn it on, you would go, oh, that's the same clip over again. But then you look and you go, oh, no, he's wearing a different T-shirt than he was wearing last time. You know, you go, it can't be the same clip. Was it AI? No. You just come to find out he's just talked about this 1,000,001 times. It's been how many years? 5?
5, yeah. Yep.
Bro, we're done. It's over. You know? And you even mentioned, you were like, it seems like everyone's talking about COVID like right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Could it be Joe? Could he be at the tip of the spear here? It's like Joe seems to be talking about COVID a lot, so then everybody goes, oh, well, if he's talking about it, then other people are going to be talking about it because they all listen to Joe. They all talk about Joe. So who knows? I don't know. Is there a ripple effect here? It's just ironic to me, right? Or interesting, whatever the fuck you want to call it, how we just talked about this last week, and he's living up to the expectation every single time. And the greatest part is Jordan catches on to this. Listen to this. This is great.
Brian Callen blew one right before COVID hit. I'm not saying he caused it.
Oh.
But there's a lot of videos saying he caused it.
I get it. That would be a death whistle.
I think it was technically, I think when he blew it, it had already like caught on in China.
Yeah.
Unless we're in a simulation.
Right. You're the COVID guy. I was listening to your podcast with
Oh la la, you're the COVID guy. Imagine being the guy who sat there, looked at Brian Callen and went, I don't have to be a scientist to understand COVID vaccines, or whatever the fuck he was saying, right? And then he goes, did you know Brian Callen, that same guy I bitched out last week for not knowing shit about COVID, did you know that guy blew this death whistle and caused the whole fucking thing? Did you know that?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Imagine being that fucking stupid. This is why I don't like Joe. It's like he'll sit there and go, I'm right about everything. And then you listen, he goes, all this shit is real, man. He goes, Brian blew that thing one time. Next thing you know, the whole world was shut down. It's like, dude, will you fucking pick a lane? You're either retarded or you're sane. Are you educated or are you stupid? I don't know. Like, pick one.
I think when he blew it, it had already like caught on in China.
Yeah.
Unless we're in a simulation.
Right. You're the COVID guy. I was listening to your podcast with what's the woman who got falsely accused?
Of what?
Of murdering her roommate.
Oh.
I was listening to that one and I like
Notice Joe doesn't remember the name. You notice that? She goes, what's the name? It's Amanda Knox. I could have told you that. You know Amanda Knox? You know
I know Amanda Knox.
She goes, you know that, and you could see Jordan's getting nervous. She's getting the pen. She's doing that. You know, she's fidgeting. She's even getting like real within herself, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't be on JRE looking like that. Because Joe's, he's a chimp. He will smell the fear. And the next thing you know, he's ripping your face off. Because that's how they do.
It's the woman who got falsely accused.
Watch him.
Of what?
Of murdering her roommate.
Oh.
I was listening to that one and I like fast forwarded it.
Who is it, Joe? Joe, you going to say who it is?
And it went from her being like, and then I was in prison
Nope.
for 4 years, to you being like, well, the bat's been COVID. And I was
Jamie comes to save the day. Watch, I guarantee you. Imagine Jamie goes in there. He goes, it was Janet Jackson. He goes, the bag's on you, Joe. He goes, the bag's on you, bitch.
I was like, how do we get here?
Yeah, that was a fascinating podcast. Amanda Knox.
Look, I kind of took away from the point a little bit. Listen, Jordan goes, yeah, I turned on that Amanda Knox podcast, right? And then something happened. I got sidetracked, or like I skipped forward on accident, like 2 hours into the show. And all of a sudden you were talking about COVID. I was like, how the fuck did you get to that subject? Going from her being falsely accused of being murdering, like a murderer, to COVID. All of a sudden, what?
Of what?
Of murdering her roommate.
Oh.
I was listening to that one and I like fast forwarded it one moment and it went from her being like, and then I was in prison for 4 years, to you being like, well, the bat's been COVID. And I was like, how do we get here?
Yeah, that was a fascinating podcast. Amanda Knox. She's got a Netflix series out right now where someone plays her, which has got to be super fucking weird.
And now he wants to explain Amanda Knox's whole thing. This is what I don't like about Joe. Why does he have to string along that bullshit? Change the subject. You changed it so quick with Charlie Sheen, right?
Yeah.
You remember Charlie's like, I got hit in the face with a loony. And Joe's like, man, the aerodynamics, man. All right, see you later. And Jordan Jensen mentioned some stupid off the fucking wall bullshit. And he goes, oh, well, let's actually talk about Amanda Knox's whole entire history real fast so we could, derail this for 35 fucking minutes. I'd be like, dude, we only got X amount of time. It's like, I don't like that with Joe. Now, this is another thing right here I thought was somewhat funny. Well, not funny. I thought this was actually kind of crazy. Like, because Jordan's one of those people that, like, you know how there are these people out there that, like, it's not that they're like hypochondriacs, that they think that they're always sick or something, but they might be like, I have autism. And you're like, did you go to the doctor for it? They're like, no. You know, shit like that. Or they're like,
or they're ADHD.
Yeah, I'm ADHD. I'm OCD. I have Tourette's. It's like all this shit. You're like, you know for a fact this person has never been to a doctor for any of this shit.
The internet told them. They have all the symptoms.
Exactly. So Jordan kind of reminds me of like one of those people. She's very much like, so she's about to sit here and talk about how she had like an addiction to wine or something like that, and how she like went on a trip, like a mushroom trip or some shit, and it helped her get over it, which I also think is another one of those faggy things to be like, I'm going to find myself in the trip and it's going to help me get rid of it. It's like, if you couldn't do it without the acid, I don't know. To me, that's like a placebo effect type shit. I'm like, you can do it. Trust me. You don't need the acid. You can do it. But so that's like, weird enough. But she sits there and starts talking about her stuff. She goes, well, I have OCD and I got ADHD, and somehow links the OCD to like pedophilia. I was like, wait, what is even happening here? Like, how do we even connect? She's talking about how weird it is. Joe Rogan talks to Amanda Knox and goes from her getting locked up to the bat starting COVID, right? Now we're going from fucking you having a mushroom trip that helped you over your alcoholism to OCD being linked to pedophile, like you being a pedophile or something. It's like, where did we go wrong in that journey? I don't know.
OCD
just me.
Was dominating my life. Couldn't touch anything. Had to wash my hands constantly. It was like, and then I tripped hard and went into a room alone for 6 hours and was like, I was. It was
OCD, not a wine addiction. Imagine using fucking acid to get over OCD. If you had to touch everything 100 times without the acid,
well, she was trying to like wash her hands like she was afraid of germs, right? Yeah.
Well, I think with OCD, like, I'm not a doctor. I'm not like her. I'm not going to say I got it when I didn't get diagnosed with it. But apparently with OCD, it's like certain things will like trigger like your subconscious almost in a way to like, you'll be like, if I don't touch the light switch 3 times, like my mom might die. You get what I mean? So it's like the actions are linked to like some sort of psychological something. It's not like they're just doing it because they want to.
Right.
It's something like that. That's like, it's really more than just an impulse. It's like they feel like they need to fucking do it.
Right.
Right. So I don't know. To sit with the washing of the hands, I don't know if it's necessarily germs. They might just be impulsively doing it because they're like, well, I just have to do it one more. You know what I mean? Or something like that.
Right. But they're worried about something.
But it could be germs. You're right. You're also probably right. I'm not saying you're wrong, but like it could also be like that. They go, if I don't wash my hands 6 times, I'm gonna lose my job or something. It's like weird shit like that that'll go through their heads sometimes.
And I was like, I'm gonna deal with this in this room and figure out what it is.
And what was it?
It was that I fundamentally don't trust myself to make the right decision, and I realized that none of my decisions were up to me. It was all just an amalgamation of experiences. Because I was like, who's going to stop me from biting or hurting or doing anything? So I was like, if I tap this, that'll stop me. And when I faced it in acid, it was like, you think you're going to do bad things, but you're not, because you have chosen the right path this whole way, so you can trust yourself. You know what I mean? Like, 3-year-old Jordan was not outside killing a cat. You know what I mean? She was fucking playing, right? Like, so every step.
How do we go with that? I'm even getting confused with this part. Because she was like, the acid told me that none of my decisions were my decisions. And then she goes, but then I was making all these decisions that were in the right decision to get me on the right path so I could trust myself. Are you following this? I might just be high as hell.
The way you're building.
You following it? I'm not. If you are, tell me.
Yeah.
Okay. Explain, because I'm not.
She's saying she had this OCD because she thought she was going to do something bad to someone else or just something that she felt was like morally wrong if she didn't take whatever the tapping or whatever she was doing, kind of more along the lines of your description
what
of
I was
it.
saying. Yeah.
And
okay.
so on her acid trip, she was like, oh, wait, like I'm fundamentally already a good person. I wasn't doing those things. That isn't going to make that difference.
Okay. See, the fact that you understood that so well and I didn't makes me feel like I might have misread this whole time code. Does she even link OCD to pedophilia? Let's find out here on Lost Docs Media.
This personality that you can trust.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because my whole thing was like, how am I to know that I'm not that I'm not going to do something horrible, which is a big OCD thing for people.
Wondering whether you're going to do something horrible.
Yeah, like a lot of OCD. Like I know a girl who she couldn't babysit because she was like, what if I am a pedophile?
Oh.
That part threw me off. Okay, she didn't link it to pedophilia, but her friend did.
Yes.
And in my opinion, your friend's a pedophile. I don't know how the fuck you could possibly slice that any other way. You got to cut that person out of your life. Am I wrong here?
I mean, yeah.
If I went to you and said I can't babysit
yes.
your kid,
I think
because I think I might be, I think my OCD is the only thing saving me from fucking ripping the innocence away from
you wouldn't be around my kid anymore.
Exactly my fucking point. You cannot, like, the fact that she says I have a friend instead of I had a friend is fucking crazy to me. Does she say I had a friend?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to that granular of a level, so I don't want to, don't quote me on that. Allegedly, I don't want to get sued by Jordan Jensen. They say that now. People are suing. Jake Paul is suing. Ethan Klein's suing. So I could be next. I don't know. So that's what I'm saying. You have to cut that person out.
Yeah.
You cannot be friends with the second someone says something like that to me, I go, see ya. See ya. I disappear. Like I've literally like Endgame. I just fade into dust. I go, see ya. You can't. That's insanity. Someone says that to me. And she says it to Joe. Again, every single one of these comedians, it desensitized out the ass. She says it to Joe as if it's the most normal thing in the world.
Yeah, she did.
Like I know a girl who she couldn't babysit because she was like,
I know a
girl. Okay. How do you know her? I don't know.
Doesn't matter. She knows her. She doesn't claim whether it's a friend. She just knows the girl.
I'll give her that. I will give her that. She just knows the girl. Look at Jordan. Dude, does Jordan not look like she has like one of Jim Henson's workers' hands so far up her ass right now? She looks like a Muppet, don't she? She looks like there's two people under the table, like, controlling her with sticks and shit, like they do with Muppets. You ever see the behind the scenes? They'll just have like a guy laying on the ground and like the production assistants are like dragging him around the set and shit. He's just like pretending that you know what I mean? Like pretending that he's doing like some awesome shit with the puppet. That's what I feel like is happening with Jordan right now. She's a Muppet, dude. She looks like, does she not? Am I tripping? Am I just being an asshole? She looks like a Muppet to me. You could sit over there quiet all you want. She's a Muppet.
In my mind, I go Muppets. I just think of Miss Piggy.
Okay, now think of Miss Piggy, but instead
she's not Miss Piggy.
She got a little bit of a, like, she doesn't have a Miss Piggy nose, but she has a nose like one of the guys from the fucking, that sat in the theater.
The old man?
Yeah, she has like one of their kind of noses.
Okay.
She could be in the theater. She's the girl one. They add a third to the entourage, right?
Yeah.
And it's Jordan. And she's and the guys are going, the show wasn't that good. Oh, it could be better. Oh, I hated it. It was awful. And she's in the background going, my friend's a pedophile. Wow. That's good shit. I'd watch that. At least for 15 minutes a pop. I would watch that.
For people.
Wondering whether you're going to do something horrible.
Yeah, like a lot of OCD. Like I know a girl who she couldn't babysit because she was like, what if I am a pedophile?
Oh my God.
Because her OCD was so bad.
Oh my God.
And then she was like, oh, this is OCD. And she was treated and she was like, it's fine. But like a lot of people.
Oh, this is just OCD. This is not just OCD, bro. Your friend, like this person is a pedophile. And she says it, oh, this is just someone I know. If you just knew the person, you wouldn't know that they got treated. You wouldn't know that they got better. You wouldn't know any of this shit.
Well, she didn't want to admit that. It's her friend.
She's doing I'm asking for a friend. This is what she's doing right now.
Yeah.
She goes, I couldn't babysit because I was afraid that I was going to be jacking off these little boys like that. You know? Imagine that. Jordan Jensen comes in with a set of tweezers, and she's like, these are my special tweezers. These are my special tweezers for my little guys. This is crazy to me. This is insanity. I feel like I'm arguing with you about this. Are you defending her?
No.
Your silence is saying something right now. No, fuck it. They say that. They go, the silence is saying a lot. Your silence right now is saying a lot. It's saying you supporting Jordan Jensen and her OCD pedophilia. That's crazy to me. Imagine being that deluded. You go, it's just imagine the girl got caught. Like doing something to a little boy or something. She goes to the cop.
It's just my OCD.
It's just my OCD. The judge is sitting there lacing into her. She goes, Your Honor, Your Honor, Your Honor. It's just my OCD. He hits the gavel. He goes, case dismissed. Fucking lets her go. It's just her OCD. Someone should try pulling that defense one day in the court. Like some guy just brutally fucking molests like some 5-year-old dude. The judge is like, why'd you do it?
It's just my OCD.
He goes, it's just my OCD, Your Honor. The guy's lawyer is Johnny Cochran, the same lawyer that defended OJ. Johnny Cochran's in there. He goes, it was his OCD, Your Honor. If the glove doesn't fit, he's going to put it on 9 times if the glove doesn't fit, Your Honor. It's his OCD, you know? I'm telling you. Now, this next one is just strictly for fun. There's no political violence attached to this one, like with the last time code, you know. There's going to be a lot of political violence off of this shit we just talked about. Pedophilia. People busting into pizza shops. Do you remember Pizzagate?
No.
Dude, Pizzagate was happening. People were busting into fucking pizzerias with like machine guns and shit. Like Mexicans in the back like, oh, senor, I don't know. They're like, where are the kids? This is a pedophile ring. And it's like fucking people are like, yo, I'm just baking a pizza, man. I'm just making pizza, man. Like, you know, it's like, whoa, dude. Calm down. This next clip is a little funnier. They're saying Jordan's talking about how she doesn't like being around people that she like, you know, doesn't vibe with and stuff. That she keeps calling exactly, but she keeps calling them whack people.
Oh,
right. And she's saying things like, "I don't like whack people," and Joe's like, "Yeah, whack people aren't cool, man. I wouldn't hang out with whack people either." You know, there's a little bit of a thing going on here. The way that they're saying is whack in front of the word people. Nobody even says that shit, right?
Right.
I feel like this is a dog whistle. They're hitting us with a dog whistle. They're trying to incite race riots with this shit, in my opinion.
Contamination was when I was younger, I was worried that I would become like, say you were like, I cheated on my wife last night. And then you're like, you want to hit this vape or whatever? I wouldn't be able to touch it because I'd be like, he does bad things. If I hit that vape, I'll do bad things.
Wow.
You know, so if somebody was whack, they'd be contaminated. And I couldn't go near them.
Oh.
Imagine being contaminated. Imagine still saying whack, like using whack like that in 2025. Imagine that. Jordan Jensen's got to be like at least 5 years younger than me. You should be hip. You can't be saying shit like whack in 2025. Who says that? Imagine one of your girls at the office comes up to you. I met the wackest dude last night. You'd be like, bitch, what? You'd be like, what the fuck did you just say? Spit in that person's face. They say that shit to you.
Something to that. Yeah. There's a little something to that. There's a little wisdom behind that.
Yeah.
Because people do kind of adopt the mindset of people they're around.
I mean, that's what I've had to learn recently is I'm like, you got to cut out whack people and get that that's not OCD. That's like healthy for you.
Yeah, whack people can ruin everything.
Yeah.
Really?
Yo, the way that Joe says that, whack people can ruin everything. He goes, I'm telling you, you bring them on a cruise ship, it's over. He goes, you pull them over for a routine traffic stop. Next thing you know, I can't breathe. These whack motherfuckers, bro. You know, it's like the way he's saying The way that they're going about whack people, quote unquote, it's so obviously there's nothing to this. It's just they're not talking about black people. Obviously, it's just funny to me the way that they're saying it, and then the phrasing that Joe just happens to choose. You go, whack people can ruin everything. You're like, wait, whoa, buddy, calm down.
That's what I've had to learn recently. Is I'm like, you got to cut out whack people and get that that's not OCD. That's like healthy for you.
Yeah, whack people can ruin everything.
Yeah,
really. Shitty human beings that you have kept in your life for whatever fucking weird reason, they can just derail your whole life.
The thing that sucks about comedy is sometimes these people are so fucking funny.
I know.
And you have to cut out somebody who's so funny.
I know.
That sucks.
I know, it does suck.
Is that really the parameter for like wanting to be around someone? You just go, they make me laugh. They kill people all the time, you know. Serial killer. But funny as hell. This motherfucker funny as hell. All right, we're going to end the show on this one, this last time code. I thought this was funny. Jordan, she starts giving her observations on the Comedy Mothership. The Comedy Mothership is the club that Joe owns in Austin, Texas. And a lot of people have very interesting takes on it. Joe pays more than most comedy clubs. So people suck the dick. They want to get into the mothership, if anything, for the money, right? But on top of that, they feel like any sort of like orbit that they get with Joe is going to result in them having like a boost in their career or something, right? So people are going to suck the dick. Every now and then, you get people's real observation on what the mothership is like. I've heard it very rarely. Like one time on Legion of Skanks, or no, it was a different podcast on Gas Digital. Where the guys were talking about how comedians say that like it's not really all that fun to hang out at the Comedy Mothership if you're a comedian, because like the green room's not all that inviting. All the security guards are like Marines, so it's like you got these big assholes in front of the green room doors. It's like you got to get past them to get in there, and it's like so it's kind of like a little club almost. It's very cliquey from what I've heard, and a lot of people talk shit saying that Joe is a right wing fucking. You know, he's a cuck now. He's a conservative, you know. This is what Jordan has to say about it. She pretty much, I thought that this was this, in my opinion, is probably the most accurate observation of that club. And I've never even been to it, but I just know it has to be this.
Good.
Let's fucking go.
Let's do it. Dude, there's a clip I wanted to post about that's really funny about your club where I was like, you get in here, and there's a guy who's like, my name's Kyle. I'll carry you up this flight of stairs. I have a PhD in MMA. I'm going to pass you up to Derek. Derek has an AK-47. And we get in the green room, and I'm like, they're like, do you need anything? We'll kill people for you. And I was like, could I have some, like, almonds or snacks? And they're like, no, we have smelling salts. And I was like, wait. I was like, is there any just like water bottles? They're like, no, we have neurotropic dust.
It was so funny. Neurotropic. We were in the green room the other day, and
now this is true, in my opinion. Every single one of those goddamn people in that fucking club is like a Green Beret. It's like how you do comedy knowing that like the guy who killed Osama bin Laden is over there like guarding the door. That would kill the mood for me.
Do they need that much security?
Well, this is Joe. He's a fucking bitch. Especially now that Charlie Kirk got assassinated. I bet you there's double the amount of Marines in there. I bet you they're twice the size, too. I bet you now Joe is actually hiring guerrillas to be the fucking armed security in that goddamn place. Because he goes, we need the manpower. They're taking out Charlie Kirk. They could come for me next. Because Joe knows he's the next big voice in the conservative space. Every other week, they're pegging Joe. He's a conservative, man. He's got fucking J.D. Vance on the podcast. He's got Peter Thiel on the podcast. Patrick Bet-David. All these conservative guys. You know, it's a shame Charlie never got to go on there before he left. It's a shame. Because Charlie would have went on Rogan. That would have been it. That would have been it. A portal to hell would have just fucking opened up and just started sucking everything in. Like, it would have been crazy. See Charlie Kirk on that goddamn show with his tiny ass little teeth. He's like,
neurotropic. We were in the green room the other day, and someone had called us like some alt-right white supremacist club. I was in the room with Brian Simpson, who's black, Derek Poston, who's black, Hassan Ahmad, who's Muslim. It was Tony Hinchcliffe, Ron White, and me. I'm like, this is a pretty diverse lineup.
I don't know. Last three guys sounded pretty fucking racist and white. Tony Hinchcliffe, Joe Rogan, and Ron White. Those are the three.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Sounds pretty racist to me. All those three guys. As far as I'm concerned, every single person on that list. Tony, the guy that just gotten a bunch of shit for making racist jokes about Puerto Rico during one of Trump's rallies right before his election. That guy, not racist at all. Joe Rogan, I don't know. Is Joe racist? I think Joe just doesn't like humans because he's a fucking chimp. So you might as well, you could call that speciesism or whatever you want to call it. And Ron White. Okay. If anyone's saying the N-word in their spare time, it's fucking Ron White. You got to be kidding me. This guy. Rogan goes, it's fucking the most diverse place in the world. We got a couple blacks, an Indian in the green room for novelty. They just hang out in the corner. Nobody talks to them. They're still there. We're still including them, right? It's like, what more do you want? The bag's on you. We invite a couple blacks into the green room. Next thing you know, we got Coke stuffed underneath the goddamn couches in there, right? They don't know any better. They're just there. They're just happy to be there, right? So next thing you know, we get the cops, the local Austin cops, to come into the green room and start throwing the place around, start really frisking everybody. They find the Coke, and these blacks start freaking out, because they think they're going away for a good 20 to 25. Then Joe walks into the green room and goes, hey, you N-words over there. The bag's on you. Oh, my God. This fucking shit, dude. Oh. Remember I told you Joe is one of those ones. He goes, I got a black cousin. Is this not a prime example of that? He goes, they tried to paint us as a right-wing club. We got blacks and Indians all over the place. Yeah. What are they talking about?
Brian Simpson, who's black.
Dust.
It was so funny. Neurotropic. We were in the green room the other day, and someone had called us like some alt-right white supremacist club. I was in the room with Brian Simpson, who's black, Derek Poston, who's black, Hassan Ahmad, who's Muslim. Yeah. It was Tony Hinchcliffe, Ron White, and me. I'm like, this is a pretty diverse lineup. Like, what are we talking? This is so silly.
You're looking at comments. See, it's hard. It's hard to not look at these fucking things.
It was a video. It wasn't a comment. It was a video of someone that one of the guys was playing. It was like, look how fucking stupid this is. The idea that that you had to be like, I'm not even a Republican. Like, I voted for Trump because I thought we were going in a terrifying direction where there was not really a president for 4 years and the same people are now going to be running the government. Like,
weren't you like a Bernie?
Look, if a duck says that it's a sparrow, that doesn't make it a sparrow. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if everything you do is right-wing conservative, every fucking guest that you have on that's not a comedian is some asshole from the right talking about how it's crazy that they still are it's COVID. And fuck every right winger, you ever notice? None of them let COVID go. Every single one of them is still worried about COVID or talking about the shit in some fucking way, as if like that's something we could not just get past. It was done in 3 years. It's like, get over it, bro. And every guest he has on, like I said earlier, JD Vance, Trump, fucking Peter Thiel. It's like every person, some right wing fucking dude. And then Joe goes, well, I'm not even a fucking Republican. It's like, okay, why? Because you say that you're not? I'm not seeing it. I don't know. I hear Joe talk about how it's crazy that they're putting fucking litter boxes in children's schools now in the bathrooms because kids want to identify as cats. I don't ever hear anybody but Republicans bitching about shit like that.
True.
I don't even have kids. I could give a fuck. And I'm the most right-wing fucking Puerto Rican you've ever met in your entire goddamn life. I cut off my own family members that are on welfare. I say, get out of my face. We cannot associate with each other anymore. It's like, this guy, if it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck. Probably a duck. I know, you right? And then the face this guy makes. This is the most Republican fucking guy I've ever seen in my goddamn life. Tell me he does not look like a clone of Dana White.
Yeah.
He looks like he's about to start fucking talking about how much he hates trans people right now. And how COVID is the cause of everyone's problems. Even though it made him the richest man in podcasting. Did you know that?
No.
Okay, so look at it like this. Joe's show was somewhat, big on YouTube before COVID, right? COVID happens, the world... Shut the fuck up. COVID happens, the world shuts down, right? Now nobody has nothing to do. Everyone's fucking at home, stuck, not doing shit. They're watching movies, they're watching this, they're watching that. They're trying to find new shit to watch because they're sick of what they're watching, right? So now everyone, all of a sudden, the podcast numbers start going way the fuck up because everybody's at home. Nobody has anything to do. Joe's show goes from a 0 to 100 in the span of COVID. That was literally the boost. All this big, where everyone's mentioning him and shit like that, all that started at COVID. His show becoming that lighthouse reference point that I told you about, him having Trump on and swaying elections allegedly and stuff, this all happened after COVID because all those numbers just fucking shot his show through the fucking stratosphere. It was already a very popular podcast on YouTube, don't get me wrong. But it introduced so many new people to the podcasting platform, COVID did, that his show just and once you hit a certain popularity, it's you're just always gonna kind of stay that way. You have to do something really stupid to fuck it up, But I don't know. That's it. This is Joe. This is why he talks about COVID so much.
Yeah,
He has COVID to thank for every fucking thing in his life right now.
Hey, bro.
Yes. So I've only voted Republican once in my life. The idea that you have to be a Republican to get in at that.
It was 2024. He goes, I have only voted Republican once in my life. It was this last election. He goes, I'm not even a Republican. I just only recently voted Republican, but I'm not a Republican. Because I'm telling you right now, this guy voted for Trump. So if you put the dots together, that would be this year.
Right.
If you're saying you only did it once, it would have been this election, right? When you did it. Smells like a Republican to me. I don't know. It's not like the first time you voted it was Republican. That would be a lie now, wouldn't it, Mr. Rogan?
That club is so ridiculous. That club is filled with gay people, black people, straight people, white people, Asian. No one gives a fuck.
Yeah, that green room is.
You're just doing comedy. You're just doing comedy. Whoever you are, whatever you believe, we have tons of lively discussions.
I will say one time I was there and Jordan Peterson walked through and I was like, you can't be here.
This is crazy. You know Jordan Peterson?
No.
You don't? Jesus fucking Christ. You don't know who Jordan Peterson is?
I don't think so.
Oh, well, then we're not going to talk about this part. Jordan Peterson he's like a fucking philosopher. And we can't get into Jordan Peterson if you don't know who Jordan Peterson is. We can't do it. We just can't. I'm sorry to the listener. We're going to have to take that one away from you. As a matter of fact, we're going to edit out the last hour. Just because you don't even know who Jordan Peterson is. No, but basically, it's funny to me right now. Joe's sitting there explaining all of this stuff, right? If you knew the club was diverse, you wouldn't have to explain all this. To me, this is a virtue signal. It's probably the finest virtue signaling I've seen in a long time. So we're going to give it up for Joe. Give it up for Jordan Jensen. And I think we can... Look, this fruit fly just flying all in my shit, getting all up in the camera waves and stuff. I think that'll do it for this week's episode of Lost Ox Media. I mean, it was quite a crash landing that we had there at the end, but I think we can get over it, right? Right? Yeah? No, I'm just kidding. All right, see you guys next week.